Good morning, Learn for Life students and faculty. We welcome you to our virtual college week. We are very excited that you are here to learn more about HBCUs across the country. We have learned so much this week about opportunities that are available to our students. Learn for Life has a robust partnership with the 1890 Foundation, 19 land-grant universities and colleges who are partnered with our organization to provide college access to you. And with that, I will introduce our College Access Program Manager, Ms. Cheryl Moore. Cheryl, take it away.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Good morning to many of you and good afternoon to others of you. Welcome to our College Access Program virtual college tour. Featuring today, we will have Fort Valley State University, all the way from Fort Valley, Georgia. We're certainly glad to having representing them, Adasia Wheeler. Adasia, we're so glad to have you connected with us, and please share with us so much about your prestigious university.
Thank you, Ms. Cheryl. Good morning or afternoon to everyone again. I am Adasia Wheeler, the lead admissions counselor and alumni of Fort Valley State University. I would like to welcome you to the virtual college tour experience, welcome you to our family, and welcome you to your future. Here are my colleagues, Ms. Jemiah Cox, who is the Regional Enrollment Coordinator. She serves in Northwest Georgia and North and South Carolina. Mr. Travion Burks, who serves in Northeast and Southeast Georgia and the state of Florida, and myself, serving in Southwest and Middle Georgia and the state of Alabama. We hope that during this time, all of our prospective students and their families are continuing to stay safe and use the necessary CDC standard precautions. We want you to know that we are standing with you all in this time, and though we weren't able to bring you down to your future home today, we decided to bring your future home to you. For over 125 years, Fort Valley State University has served as a launchpad to success for talented students from all over the world. There's something about being a wildcat that makes you hold your head higher, reach toward greater goals, and feel more empowered to make your mark. Our tagline is Empower the Possible. It highlights the journey many of our students take as they discover their genius they never knew they had. It also references the research conducted at Fort Valley by faculty and students as early as freshman year, and I hope that graduates will go forward in the world and bring into reality things which were previously thought to be impossible. Fort Valley State University values innovation and excellence above all else, and that is why we want high-performing students to embrace the opportunity to use an FVSU education to bring about change and action in the world. We like to say that FVSU is the best of both worlds. What we mean by that is that Fort Valley combines the personal attention and family feel of a small private college with the resources and research found at large public universities. We are selective about who we admit because we want to focus our time and attention on students who are serious about their success. For example, last year's enrollment of 2,776 students led to a faculty student ratio of 21:1, meaning that there is a faculty member for every 20 students, as opposed to larger schools where you might sit in a class in an auditorium with hundreds of other students and feel more like a number than a person. At the same time, Fort Valley has the second largest campus in the state in terms of acreage, second only to the University of Georgia. Our academic facilities, residence halls, research spaces, and athletic venues mirror those at much larger schools. Our basketball arena, for example, seats 5,000 people and is the largest in Middle Georgia. Going to school in Atlanta or another big city might seem exciting, but our students say they are grateful to be in a quieter environment where they can focus on studying, growing as professionals, and bonding with fellow students. Fort Valley is about as centrally located as you can get. 15 minutes from Warner Robins, Georgia, 25 minutes from Macon, Georgia, and 2 hours from Atlanta and Valdosta, Georgia. Fort Valley is unique in the world. We are the only college which can say they are a University System of Georgia institution, a HBCU, and an 1890 land-grant institution. That means that our sister universities are schools which enjoy the resources and structure of the state university system, including the state's largest schools like University of Georgia. In addition, serving as a land-grant institution means that we have been designated by the United States Congress to conduct research, enable innovation, and spread knowledge throughout the state and the world. And we aren't just any HBCU. U.S. News and World Report has ranked Fort Valley State the #1 public HBCU in the state of Georgia for 3 years in a row. Being an HBCU simply means that we have perfected the ability to educate talented students no matter where they come from or what their background is, as long as they are driven by a desire to succeed. Today's HBCUs are home to students of all races who want to study in an environment where they will be nurtured, challenged, and empowered. We want every talented student who wants to change the world. Fort Valley has a wide range of majors which provide comprehensive preparation for careers of meaning and purpose. You can just look at our most popular programs and see the diversity in career interests pursued by Wildcats. These include biology, which many students take who want to become doctors and researchers, psychology, business management, criminal justice, which prepares you for careers in law or law enforcement, veterinary technology, which is the only 4-year program in the state of Georgia, and agriculture engineering technology, in which students are learning to use technology to revolutionize the way food is produced and distributed. We like to say that we have majors from A to V, from accounting to visual and performing arts. Many of these programs are known for their ability to produce graduates who go on to do incredible things in their careers. We do offer 3 colleges at Fort Valley: the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Agriculture, Family Sciences, and Technology, and the College of Education and Professional Studies. Diverse Issues in Higher Education recognized Fort Valley for producing the most African American graduates in mathematics of any school in the nation in 2014 and 2015. Likewise, the HBCU website, The 107, ranked Fort Valley State as in the top 10 nationally among historically Black colleges for science, technology, engineering, and math education. As a matter of fact, in 2018, Diverse Issues ranked Fort Valley as the top 10 Georgia college producer of African American graduates with bachelor's degrees in mathematics, engineering technology, family and consumer science, computer and information systems, and psychology. Fort Valley has a number of programs unique to the institution. I've already told you that our 4-year veterinary technology program is the only one in the state. Other programs are equally impactful on other students' careers. For example, our science department runs a prep program which provides preparation for the MCAT, which you need to get into medical school. We pay for the test, which could cost hundreds of dollars to take. In addition, our students get a scholarship stipend just for participating in the pre-med program. Our iHelp program helps pair students with community service opportunities, which has led them to collectively performing thousands of community service hours. And our CDEP program is particularly innovative. Students in that program are either prepared for careers in the energy industry with major corporations like Exxon, Shell, and BP, or they undergo intensive preparation for graduate school. They generally earn their FESU degree in mathematics, chemistry, or biology in 2 or 3 years, then go on to get another bachelor's degree in engineering, geology, or physics from Georgia Tech, Penn State, University of Las Vegas, the University of Texas, or the University of Arkansas. Scholarships. Scholarships are available for high-performing students, in addition to a number of privately funded scholarships, which you can find on our website. The university offers the Presidential Excellence Scholarship and the Searchlight Scholarship. To qualify, you need to meet a required high school GPA, unweighted, and a minimum test scores, and demonstrate leadership and community service and a financial need. The Searchlight Scholarship Program provides selective students who do not reside in Georgia with scholarship funding of up to $52,400 in increments of $13,100 per year, renewable for 4 years. In addition, scholars are also provided with mentorship in concert with a research experience. To qualify, you must live in the following states served by the Black College Expo, and one of them is California, by the way. You need to meet a required high school GPA, unweighted, and a minimum test scores, and demonstrate leadership and community service and financial need. Don't just take my word for it. College Raptor ranked us the number 8 college in the nation with tuition under $20,000. And the value extends to our online students as well. We were ranked number 1 in the nation in 2018 by SR Education Group as the most affordable online school nationally for student economic mobility, which means that more of our online students improve their economic status as a result of their degree with any other college in the country. SR Education Group also ranked us the most affordable online college for psychology in 2019, and Best Counseling Degrees ranked us the most affordable college for rehab counseling in 2017 and 2018. That affordability doesn't mean that you're going to give up comfort and privacy, however. Our main resident halls feature student apartments where each student has their own bedroom, a private or 2-person bathroom, and lives in a 2, 3, or 4-bedroom suite with a kitchen and a living room. It is the perfect way to get the best of the college dorm experience while still having your own personal space. However, make no mistake, Fort Valley State is proud of its heritage, but today we are forward focused. And you can tell that by the accomplishments our students are racking up today. For instance, in 2019, a team from FESU beat every other college in Georgia to win the State Inventure Prize for Entrepreneurship. Fort Valley's chapter of the National Council of Negro Women were named the Collegiate Chapter of the Year in 2019 in Georgia for their community service work. In 2017, the FESU ROTC Wildcat Battalion cadets beat all of the Georgia colleges competing in the State's Rangers Challenge, which is a grueling 2-day competition designed to test physical and mental stamina. Many of our cadets receive scholarships, which can cover the cost of tuition, room and board, and books, as well as provide a stipend of up to $500 per month. Athletics. We are home of the 2017 Division II SIAC Conference Football Champions and other high-performing athletic teams, including men and women's basketball, men and women's track and field, men and women's tennis, women's softball, and women's volleyball. There are plenty of opportunities for you to lead as well, or just participate in doing something you love. More than 60 clubs and organizations are waiting for you to join, from student government association to fraternities and sororities to the Blue Machine Marching Band, which is ranked in the top 10 among Division II HBCUs by ESPN's Undefeated website. Admission requirements. Our admission requirements are now test optional. You must have a high school GPA based on the CBC requirements of a 2.25 with a satisfactory of SAT or ACT scores, or a 2.4 GPA without consideration of SAT and ACT scores. And the CBC requirements are on the screen as well. So you must have, they are calculated based on the following credits: 4 English credits, 4 math credits, 4 science credits, 3 social science credits, and 2 foreign language credits of the same language. For the SAT, you must have a minimum of a 480 on evidence-based reading and writing and a minimum 440 on math. ACT, minimum 17 on English or reading and minimum 17 on math. And applying is easy as 1, 2, 3. You may visit Fort Valley State University's website. It's going to be www.fesu.edu and fill out a free application for admission. Have your official transcript sent to Fort Valley by your high school counselor, and have your official SAT or ACT scores sent to Fort Valley. So if you are serious about success, we could not be more serious about you. We are ready to empower every possibility within you and help you shine your brilliance upon the world. Thank you.
That was awesome, Adasia. Thank you so very much for all of that incredible information, so detailed and comprehensive, and we really appreciate it. Your academic programs are really strong, and all of the majors and degrees that you offer are simply amazing. I want to see at this time if there are any questions in the queue. Lorena?
Hello, we have one question as far as out-of-state fees.
Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
What are your out-of-state fees? If the student
Out of
is
state,
Mhm.
it just depends on which. It just depends on which state that the student is in. Our president is from California, so as you see in the scholarships, we do offer tuition waivers and such to California residents. So it just depends on which out of state. And I know our neighboring states, they qualify for in-state tuition as well. So it really just depends on where the student is coming from.
So if I heard correctly, possibly students from California could receive waivers for out-of-state tuition. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. We have a lot of students in California. Yes. So that's amazing to hear. And having said that, if we have students to attend Fort Valley State from California, of course, they would be a long way from home. Could you talk a little bit about any support services that you have for students, counseling, or any other services and opportunities that you would have as aids to wraparound services for our students?
Yes, so we do offer many services. As far as, I guess, just student life, it would be testing services. We have career services as well. So if a student needs help with like building a resume or anything like that, we do have such services for that. Another service would be, I know for, I would say, out-of-state students, if the student couldn't go, back home, they do offer the students to stay, on campus during the holidays. And they'll still have access to the cafeteria and, the library and different things like that if they can't go home. I know they have to fill out like a form, to qualify on campus. So those are some things that I do know about.
Oh, well, that's great to hear and great to know. Talk a little bit about your athletic program.
Okay. So we are again in the Division II conference. So we are D2 school, and I think I named most of them, but we have men and women's basketball, softball or women's softball, women's volleyball, football. I think they just we have men and women's tennis, and I think they just added a baseball team as well. So sports are big at Fort Valley State University.
Sports are big in Georgia, period, right?
Yeah.
College.
So it's very competitive, and athletics, they receive a lot of support from alumni, faculty, and staff, and students.
Awesome. Awesome. What would you say are some of the most popular clubs or organizations on your campus?
I would say the most popular would be SGA, so that's the Student Government Association. And another one would be the Royal Court, so that's kind of like the kings and queens of the campus. So you'll have like a king and queen of each class, and then you have Mr. and Miss Fort Valley State University, who actually goes, around the world and compete in different pageants during the school year. And Campus Activity Board, that's another popular one on campus as well, what we call it CAB. And they're just planning a lot of events that are happening on the campus.
Okay, great, great. And I think my final question is, since we're in the midst of this pandemic, I know we talked earlier and you said that admissions don't get a break. You guys have been there all throughout this entire thing. And so talk about campus life right now, what accommodations you're making because of the pandemic. We don't know what next semester will look like, or even next fall, whenever some of our students may be able to attend. So if you could talk a little bit about what your college is doing to make accommodations for this season of pandemic.
So my observation would be things are definitely, different because they cancel homecoming and, like the Greek probates and things of that nature. So it's very, shocking to not see people actually, on campus. So accommodations we've made would be each dormitory hall. In order to enter a building, you have to it's a monitor. So it'll show you like your temperature, things of that nature to get on campus. You have to take your temperature. So they have decreased a lot of the activities that are happening on campus, and decreased the classroom sizes. So what used to sit like 20 or 50 in the class decreased to like maybe 7, or things of that nature, like the auditorium that can sit like 600 people now can only sit 90. So a lot of our activities have actually moved online to either Zoom or some type of virtual form, to still get that college experience, as well as a real-time connection within the class. So only a certain amount of students can go actually sit in a classroom. So the other students will have to log in on their computer on the D2L, and you can actually see like real time, like what your teacher is actually doing in the class. At that moment, you can see who's in class. She can see if you're, actually paying attention in class and everything, and share the board and different things like that. So that's what we have going on right now. And also we do have quarantine housing on our campus. So if a student does, get COVID, we do have rapid testing going on at the campus right now. So if they, test positive, we do have quarantine housing, so they don't have to, actually go all the way home. They'll be in a specific area, for the time being of quarantine. And we do have like fully nursed staff. The cafeteria, takes their food over there. They get care packages and things of that nature, as well as counseling. So we do have counseling services, not just for COVID students, but for students in general. And they can, get on the Meta app and actually, talk to a counselor if they need so.
Great. That's amazing. That's amazing. Are there any more questions in the queue, or any questions from others who are with us right now?
Yes, it looks like we have 2 or 3 more questions. So the next question would be, what supports, if any, are available for foster or homeless students?
Okay. I'm not sure what type of support you're asking about, but I think I kind of covered, if a student can't go home for, whatever reason, then they can fill out this form to, actually stay on campus for the full year instead of, going home for the holidays.
Mhm. What about like clothing? I know you
Oh, yes.
food, like those type of things. Mhm.
Okay. So in our infirmary, or the wellness center, that's where our counselors are. We do have a vault in there. So it's everything is confidential. You can go in there. So we have a clothing vault. Say if a student needs like dress clothes, because students actually do have to, they're required to dress up on Wednesdays at the school, just to, kind of give you that feel of professional life. If a student doesn't have like clothing or proper shoes or toiletries and things of that nature, they can actually go to the vault and pick up those items as well as non-perishable items as well. So the campus does allow students to donate to the vault to get community service hours for those items.
That's great. Thank you. The next question is, do you offer any dual enrollment courses?
Yes,
Okay.
we do offer dual enrollment, and we do accept dual enrollment credits as well.
Okay. Are those credits, do you offer any online courses
Yes,
for
we
dual
will
enrollment?
right now. Yes, right now we're offering more online classes, due to COVID. But for dual enrollment, it's usually, within those that stay within the radius of the school, like 50 miles, I believe. But I believe there is some leeway that's, happening right now due to COVID, for online classes and dual enrollment such.
Okay, great. The next question would be, do you enroll DACA students?
What are DACA? Can you
The Deferred Action or Undocumented Youth?
give me more explanation on that? Because that's the first time I'm actually hearing it.
Mhm. So these are students that were brought to the United States usually at a young age and have lived in the country and been educated in the United States and are now undocumented and wanting to go to college. However, unfortunately, not every university or state has services and supports for them. So I'm wondering, in Georgia, in California, we have our financial aid for state given financial aid is called Cal Grant. They do qualify under DACA and the DREAM Act. So I don't know if anything like that exists in Georgia or how your school can support them.
Yes, I don't think, from my knowledge, that we have a program as such, but I can definitely research on it. The only program I'm used to hearing is programs for international students, but that is a good question. I should definitely research and ask my director, do we have such programs for those type of students?
Okay, great. Yeah, that would be great. And then the last question we have here is, and I think you mentioned a little bit on this earlier, is do you assist students with job placement?
Yes. So on your FAFSA, it's a question on there that asks if you would like to participate in work study. And that's how they figure out, who wants to work on campus. But if you don't get work study or financial aid, we do offer PANs on campus. So that's different departments, mostly in the ag department. And you'll get a higher, paying rate than a work study student. But you can actually work on campus under the PAN as well.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Cheryl, that was our last question.
Awesome, awesome. Michelle or anyone else, do you have any questions for Adasia?
I do. Thank you, Adasia. I was thinking ahead to impact. If a student was on this webinar today and said, no, I'm not interested, but woke up on Monday morning and said, you know what, that college that I heard about on Thursday, I have a 2.4. I'm going to graduate with that. What do I do next? Deja, tell the students, what should they do next?
Okay, but like I said, our application fee is waived right now, so it's free. So that will be advice for any college that you all will be hearing. Go ahead, and if the application is free, just go ahead and apply. We're not, gonna hold you to, oh, you have to come here because you applied, anything like that. But always, have a backup. So if the application is free, just go ahead and apply, and then you can just make a decision later, like, hey, I don't want to go to this university or college. But I would say just go ahead and apply. Most of the institutions that I know of are waiving application fees right now, due to COVID. So yeah, just take advantage of it. Even if it's, you might not be interested today, like you said, but you could be interested on Monday, and you don't want to make a last minute decision. So go ahead and just apply.
Thank you, Deja.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Always keep your options open, right? Indeed, indeed. Well, if we don't have any more questions, Adasia, thank you so very much for your time and for sharing with us. And Michelle, if you have any final remarks, we will end this shortly.
My final remarks are that college is not a week, it's a destination. And we intend for you to go to college. We have recorded all of these presentations during this week. We will be sharing that information with your school so that they're on your college access or alumni pages so that you can retrieve the information as needed and utilize it, because we want you to go to college. We believe in you. Cheryl?
Awesome. Again, thank you so very much. And to our students, thank you so much for checking us out and hanging out with us for a little while. I want to leave you with Fort Valley State University's official motto, and that is, bold, be courageous, and be prepared. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you soon.